have a good one for you. Between the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0-2.
Bill Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and it for the first time. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's a dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that gets the ball rolling.
65, 65, cut 19, cut 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors, 65.
Daniels now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
19 Lions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Daniels. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. He made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you really break the backs of the defense.
18, Rock, Dragon, 60.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw caught at the 6. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. What it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now for the first time, it's a game to the rookie from Wake Forest. Able to drive that pile about a yard. Tre'Davious White there on the stop.
36-yard line.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no proverbial route tree, Kate, it takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And that's not what the offense style does. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Hurt, 19 tight, 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action now, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. He's got it in the red zone. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. That's a room to work. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
They've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Starting on the grounds here, Kronsky Merritt. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards, and a new set of downs, too.
No frills, nothing basic. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 1st down here.
Trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Nevis with a point after. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Vikings 7. Harrison Nevis to kick off.
Nevis ready to send this one away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Play action. It's McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, now they're on. And he gets it forward to show about a yard out of that. That's Trey Amos, rookie second rounder on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back-to-back carries here. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready?
McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Hurt. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check go.
Here's McCarthy on first and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Tackle made by Trey Amos.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Up the middle, and somebody blocked it. The Commanders have it. And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
After seeing his point after blocks, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Come on. Set. 19. Mikey, 18. Buffalo 18.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. Warriors, 18 Rattler.
On second and 10 now, Daniels. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 4 coming up now.
18 Cardinal. 18. Pioneer. 79 Broncos.
play clock nearing 0, so Coach Matt LaFleur forced to call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Red. 70 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang Knights. Ready.
Throwing now, Daniels. It's caught by McLaurin. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Even 38 on that one. And that's good for a Washington first down.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Crossing Merritt gets it from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got his target. It's Hill. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On the set.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Vikings in the dime on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there.
19 Lions. Ready. Chop 60, chop 18 Rattler, 18 Rat, Buffalo 18.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that brings up 4th and long. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And that'll push their lead to 4.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets the ball to stats, he will get a high percentage maybe.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, smash. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
McCarthy throwing here. Hits his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 18 Pioneer. 17, go street. Go.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that means 3rd down coming up.
And 6 yards to
And
go.
if this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
To the air on 3rd and long. His running back hauls Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Play action, McCarthy. This is a heater going deep. Caught just shy of the goal line. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on first and goal.
Shut up! Hawk 70, Hawk 7, set go! Hut, hut.
They'll try and punch it in. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, check.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Dragon 60. Cowboy in check.
Looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. One is going to be brought down up at the 31. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Going deep here for the end zone. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings throw the lead coming out at halftime.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the small excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Here's Riker set to kick this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
First and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it at the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. Tyreek Hill, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Point after by Levis is good. The Commanders cut it to a field goal game.
Commanders 24. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one's caught on the left side. And they get it to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down. Dive play straight ahead. And they fight ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
7-yard gain.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run here on 1st down. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Air it out on 3rd. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him off with 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Ready? 19, side, go.
Sending him on the dive. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. And 6
They've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense can say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Come 19! Come 19! Sack! 670 Timberwolves!
Third and goal for McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings stretch their lead on the final play of the third. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. So we hit the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, Warriors 17! Panthers 60! Panthers 60! Buffalo 18!
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker. Offense in the hurry up here. Second down give to Kronsky Merritt. He's going to get this one on the 36-yard line. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 10 yards. Commanders first down.
Rolling on first down, Daniels. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. It just couldn't quite find the connection.
7 Pirates! 60 Vikings! 60 nothing! 19 sight! 60
Second down and 10, Daniels. Low left side is caught by Sinnott. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it cheeky for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. We picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Third and just 2 to go.
Cowboy 80! 19 Lions! 18 Private Panther!
Here he is on 3rd and short. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
70 Lions! Trap 60! Trap 60! 18 Rattler! 8 Warriors! 17! Hurt! Dragon 60!
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He connects downfield. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it. Breeze off. We've set it down from 37.
And the Commanders first down.
Daniels is going to throw again. Big strike here to Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th.
34. Commanders 31. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Okay. I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
McCarthy looking to throw. He puts some juice on it deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 9-point advantage. So no mistake in that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He throws a bullet to the center of the brought in inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Tyreek Hill the touchdown.
For the extra point.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
41. Commanders 38. Harrison Davis to kick off.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Home back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. He's back to throw. They did it. He made the interception. Hunter Waller's got it. And the Commanders have some new life in the 4th.
That's That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready?
Krosky Merritt straight ahead. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Commanders down by only 3. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
70. Warriors 70. 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Drop 6.
Here's Daniels. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Vikings make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner. But, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers or if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You know, some games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, we'll never, ever forget it.
No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
19. Cougar 9. 70 ring. 18.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Dragons. Cup 19. Cup 19. Hey, go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. It's caught. This is Corey Krosky Merritt. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Washington first down.
Daniels now on 1st down. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19, 60 Maverick, trap 60, trap 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Again, Daniels to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
70 Ranger. Here we go, here we go. And Mustang 19. Ready.
To throw again, it's Daniels. It's McLaurin with a catch out left. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, brought inside the 15. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Commander.
From the red zone on 1st. There's that man again. It's Hill. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Number 10.
To the air again. Daniels. Chased out to his right. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Here we go, set.
Hand off to the back. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 73 now. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Running for the marker on second. And it's going to be a win for the Vikings here today as they get the first down. They can take the clock down to 0 now.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Washington calls it second timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. All right, here we go. Second down.
Go! Head to 60, head to 60. Check go.
Now give left side. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else to be found outside of that. So third down coming up. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. This is not going to get it done on third down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day, and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good. Chef feels good. Kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling good stacking these kind of wins in a row.
So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.